Welcome to Sexy Follower Overhaul. I'm Tarshana. This mode was made with Old Man's Beard and tested with my Marauders. So you're going to start out with a follower management ability, and you'll be able to set home, unset home, which allows them to send books where you tell them. You can set them up to ride, which is always a good thing, so you can give them a pony if you want. Or if you've already got a pony but you need to go somewhere on foot, you can tell them to walk instead. These are my tree test followers, don't mind them, they're just here to show you all the random functions. You can teach your followers spells, and you can even change their outfits. The outfits are dependent on your level, but you start with iron armor and a robe. So that's good in case, you know, the custom followers that you have should usually start out naked, so it's just easier to hand them gear. Followers habiting or whatever gear they're in, that's what they're going to wear, unless it's just, I've already documented it, so let's go on. So we're going to set them up to ride, because we're going to be buying horses here pretty soon to show you. And you've got various ways to talk to them and interact with them, and based on their responses, whether it's vanilla or RDO, you can be able to see that. So we're just going to set him up with some iron armor.
Thank you.
We're going to set up our other follower with some robes.
Let's get going.
And in this way, they won't stay naked. And you can also clear an outfit, and you only want to clear an outfit if you plan on handing them something higher strength. So, you know, if they come with a robe, and you need them to wear a different robe, they might not equip that robe until you clear out the outfit and give them the robe. Sometimes they won't update their outfits until you trade with them again. I don't know. It's Skyrim. It does things. So we want to teach them some spells. But in order to do that, we need to craft them. So what we designed is that once you have the spell tome, you'll be able to transfer that over into a teaching tome. RP-wise, you can say in your brain, I'm just rebinding this book, and now it's a teaching tome. And the reason why we did that is we didn't want to make vanilla edits to the game in case you've got a mod that does other stuff to it. Okay? This is just better all around, no having to make patches for stuff. If a follower is magically inclined and they've actually cast a spell, you can hand them a book and they'll learn it. This way you're not forcing a warrior class to learn the spell. So we're going to hand him this book by doing an exchange, and because he's never cast a spell, he's not going to learn it. However, you can force the SU if you want them to learn magic abilities and you've got the teaching tome inside your bags. You can do a dialogue option with them, and you can train them to spell that way instead. So we're going to train him to do a fire spell, and he will learn it and it will be played to him, but unless he's set to actually cast spells, he's not going to do it anyway. So you need to know what your follower is doing and what kind of, you know, class type they are. So we're going to buy some horses. I've given myself some money, and I'm COC'd over here, and I've named the horses Norse names, because when you talk to him, the White Rim horse, she already has a name herself. And it just felt a bit better that way, and to keep track of them, you can have a nice story with it, whatever. I mean, horses are a big deal. You know, horses did not just take people around. They were friends to, you know, the man who slept under the stars, and, you know, women who were helping their husbands plow in the fields and all that stuff. So I made sure they had names, and they're Norse names. They're quite nice names. So you get, so you talk to him, and you're going to learn a spell. And the Warhorn spell allows you to set a grazing pasture. That way you can make your horses set up, you know, just send books in an area. Because these horses will follow you wherever you are, so that way you can keep track of them. So if you're not going to go somewhere where a horse can go, you need to set up a grazing area for them. It just makes it easier in the long run, so that you don't lose your ponies. Nobody likes a lost pony after all.
Good day.
So our followers know that they're going to be riding a horse, but I haven't got on one, so they're not going to hitch up on one. And here they are over here. Just set up simply here. Hey guys, look, I bought you some ponies. Yeah, they don't care. So I'm going to run back over this way and I'm going to hop up on my pony that I just bought. And the game's going to update and it's going to tell these guys, hey, your main person here is on a horse. You go get on your horse. And now the horses are coming over to meet their rider. And it's all sort of clustered here, so it'll take them a moment to get on. I normally do this one at a time, but yeah, they're going to have fun here. Anyways, we're just going to keep riding and they'll update and figure themselves out. So, I mean, really this is all about being able to make sure that your followers can keep up, they don't really get stuck places, and the documentation has all of this in depth for you. So, it's not like you can't read, right? I mean, I imagine you can read or else you wouldn't be using mods. So, let's go do some home and something grazing. Alright, so pretend this is a campground that I have set up. Of course, I don't have camping or campfire enabled on this, so we're just going to use our imaginations. Alright, so let's set our grazing area. Okay. So now your horses are going to sandbox in this area. Okay. They're not going to go anywhere, they're not going to follow you, they're just going to hang out in this area. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to tell my followers you're going to be walking. And that's what they'll do. That one guy will eventually hop off his pony and he'll come here, and they're following, and they're following, and there we go. See? They're going to sandbox in that area. No big deal. And of course the engine just needs to update that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a whole lot more that needs to go with the follower mod. It comes pretty much fixed out of the box. There's not a lot of extra configuration that you need to do. There's not a lot of background scripts going. You can teach them abilities or not. And it works out really, really well, just depending on your playstyle. You know, you can change outfits, you can look at their backpacks.
Of course.
It's good. And don't forget,
Let's get going.
I love talking to these guys. We're just gonna chat with them, make them laugh. There we go. Now their package is updated in case they're doing something silly. Don't forget to endorse the mod. Let Old Man Spade know that you appreciate his scripting skills. Tell me how you feel about the mod, and if you have any glitches, you need to make sure that you post them on the appropriate bug forum or on my website. Do not post what you believe is a bug on the mod page. You need to come to me directly and make sure that you've actually read the documentation and know that it's an actual bug and not just the engine trying to update itself or having shenanigans. Alright, well that's all there is to it, so go forth, have fun. Don't forget that endorsement doesn't cost you anything and it lets us know how much you appreciate our work. Happy gaming.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend.